Hello Virgo, and welcome to the second part of the winter solstice reading. We're going to be going in and having a look at your chakras and your aura, and then we will be getting a message coming in from the ley line, the energy line that we're sitting on. So without further ado, let's just connect to that energy line. There we go. And we'll just bring up what we call our chakra man. There you go. Hello, my friend. So there's their head, the arms, and the body. And there you go. Okay, so let's just go straight in there and let's start connecting with the chakras. This is obviously a general reading, so there's no real specifics. I do personal readings as well. But let's just see. There's the heart, there's the solar plexus, and the sacrum, root, third eye, and the crown. Let's go straight into the heart. I think that leading with your heart card on this side here and expressing your love over here as it ran through that call to mission. I think that's what the call to mission is here, because your heart chakra, the top section, they're like petals that sit on top of each other like this, and it's like a disc sort of thing. And your top ones seem to be a little bit pulled in, as if to sort of say that mentally I'm not sure if I'm ready to be in a relationship, or I'm not really ready to express myself. And it seems a little bit sensitive and stuff like that. So I can understand it on the relationship side. That's probably why you're opening the idea to work a lot more and that sort of thing. So you don't really have to concentrate on that side, which is understandable. The thing is, once you start pulling your heart back like that, you're going to miss opportunities that naturally you can always turn around and say no to. But if you're not really in that flow, you end up cutting that flow out eventually, permanently in a way. So I wouldn't sort of pull away from everything. I would be open to possibilities, but I think this is where the hermit came in for that reading there, and you had the was it the page of wands? Oh no, the page of wands was down there, and then you had the hermit up at the top, and the high priestess, the intuition. I think this is where you've got to feel, and this is where you feel to open your heart out a little bit more. Let's just see what goes on in the sort of read it going through. Okay, so it's open to, so the petals sort of go, one dips below the other and the other one goes above. So you can actually integrate your heart, but without allowing anything in, as it were. So it sort of blocks us as it comes in. Nothing sort of can get past that sort of barrier, but at the same time, you're very sociable, very open. You're very happy, and it's a good way to meet people, because that's when you get, you can have first impressions, you can, build things, and eventually you can open your heart to the person. But I think at the moment it's sort of, the second month is sort of like testing the water, and then on the third month you're ready. I think you're ready to, it's like you're fluffing your feathers up in a way, just kind of like, okay, come on then, it's a lot more sort of open to play and fun, your heart, by the third month. So I would be conscious of that. Take your time more than anything else. I wouldn't rush into anything. Let's just see what's going on in the solar plexus. Now that's quite wide. So basically, a lot of what you're doing at the moment, this could be concerned with your business side, but also to do with your relationship side. I think you're looking at foundation stuff, and you're looking at doing things on a very ground level, getting things stable, solid, and founding and grounded in a way across the board at the beginning in January. And there seems to be a moment, a switch. And this could be that February anomaly, which I was talking about in the collective reading, which is around about the 6th, 9th of February. It sort of seems to be a moment where your plexus solis is like a daffodil in a way. And at the beginning, it's very large daffodil, and then it literally goes as if there's some sort of like focal point of your courage, your determination, and stuff like that. That sort of happens during this period here, and that's that intuition. So sometimes you've got to listen to your stomach as much as you listen to your heart, and this is what it's all about. It's love is not just in the heart. Love is in every single part of you. It's not just tied to the heart. Sometimes you've got to listen to your stomach. And sometimes you'll have your heart that says one thing, your stomach says another, and then your logic up there just allows you to do the evident path. So there's no real choices. Your heart says this, your stomach says this, and the logic says, in that case, we're going to do it like that. And I think this is what you're building up to with your hermit on your relationship side. It's a steady growth. I say it's a steady growth. It is a steady growth through your life, but within your solar plexus, it really is a switch from one thing to another. And then it's like you're going up through the gears, and you get to the height of one gear, and then you need to change to another gear. But getting up to that height is long, and then it's long. So in theory, over a period of time, it's actually quite progressive. But there's a definite switch after that. Let's just see what's going on your third eye and your throat chakra. Now, your third eye is a lot more developed than your throat, which at the beginning, and I think this is the beginning part, I think this is January, so you're exploring with your mind the sort of things you want to do, plugging in your intuition into this whole sort of thing, and then let's just see after that. Let's bring it up here so it's easier to do. And as it progresses in time, there is this switch as well, like with the solar plexus, with the plexus solis. Is it solar plexus? I get mixed up between French and English. Same things in Spanish and English as well. It gets switched over, and then that's when the communication starts. And I think that communication starts in February. So part of the intuition as well starts flowing from you. This is where you start on this side here of start progressing on your business side and moving on with that. And as it flows on through, then there's a place of harmony within the third month. So it's almost as if you arrive at what you're supposed to be doing, and you feel a lot more ease. Then the mind will calm a little bit down, and then because then you'll have some sort of routine going on by the looks of things. But there is decisions to be made, and I think there's movement within that decision, as I said within the reading. But I think the decision is made then. It may not be straight away, so it might be in April, but you know the decision could be made in March, for example. Yeah, let's just have a look at what's going on in your sacrum. Watch out for your pleasure in life. Don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to do things as well that is going to distract you and for you to enjoy, to share your time with someone else, to share activities sometimes and stuff like that. Just be careful of that. There is a case of the sacrum, which is your desires and it tends to run in tandem with the third eye and the throat chakra, because the third eye and the throat chakra is the same chakra. It's just where the front and the back, and it's actually just been folded over. So it's actually like a loop, like a U. And then it does like a trombone in a way, sort of scenario. But the sacrum is geared to sorting yourself out in the material world. That seems to be really important for you at the moment. Seems to be one of your main goals. And that's where your ego is as well. And ego is not necessarily a bad thing. It is a very good thing as well. It's everything has some form of ego. It just means, is it an oppressive one or an impressive one? And I think here is, I think you've got to sort your foundations out at the moment, Virgo. Get the best out of life for you. Let's just see what's going on the crown. A little bit too much thinking in the little bit too much thinking in the first month. Really overloading, really, in between December 21st to January. And then you get this thing in February. There's something going on in February. That's going to be really interesting to read as well. In the weeklies. We'll see that in the weeklies as well. There's something in February that gives you a clarity of thought and a clarity of vision of sort of to do things. Let's see. Yeah, it might well be a job offer or something like that, or an offer of marriage even, or something like that. There seems to be some sort of offer coming in that's going to give you structure and direction, basically, because even your root chakra then grows as your crown chakra, because your crown chakra is a bit like that. It's a bit like a 45-degree, and your crown chakra starts off like that, and then it sort of goes doom and fits into position and doesn't really move from that. So after that, it's pretty clear for you of where you want to go. If it goes too tight like that, it's singular thinking. You're going on life with the blinkers on. But it's in a really nice position, and that's allowed your root chakra to grow a little bit. So you're going to feel a little bit more at home and at ease with the area and the thing that you're actually doing. Feeling at home, basically. Let's just see what's going on in your aura. I think this is in the past, but there's a slight indentation up around this section here. And I think that's more to do with the outside world who stopped you from actually enjoying life. You were too occupied in looking after things, looking after other people, and people invaded your generosity. Let's put it that way. People invaded your generosity, and you gave over to it. And I think you did this on both sides. So you may have felt like over the, between October to December, you might have felt like having a lead weight around the top of your head in a way, sort of scenario. There's a little annoying situations which you should walk away from. You can see that on the outside of the aura, or there's slight bumps on the outside of the aura. So I would, there's annoying situations that you need to walk away from. They're little small things, but it's a bit like sand in the gears. Basically, it's not really sort of helping you out. So here I would, through meditation or through a tea meditation, keep focused on where you're going and what you're doing. Once you've made that decision, then with that foundation, feel more at home and therefore be more clear about how you can construct your future going forward from March. And through your meditation, once you get that clarity of where you're going on a daily basis, and I do a tea meditation as well, which you can find on our website. But also within you, just helping for the first month, just to sort of ground yourself. So not taking on too much weight above, because that could ruin the rest of the 3 months after that. If you just take on too much. If you do a bit of grounding, then it's going to clarify your thought a little bit more, and it's going to make things that are a lot more obvious that you can do. Okay, so there you go, Virgo. Thank you very much for joining us. These readings, these energy blueprint readings, we'll be doing more of in January the 23rd, and we'll be getting into the physical side, so like bones and your physical health, as it were. I'm not a doctor, so I won't give you medical advice as such. I will just give my impression of what's going on according to stress and energy within your bodies. And this is a general reading, so take it take it as you see fit. You know, so, but thank you very much for your support over this last year for this channel. I really do appreciate it. And in the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.